Sales and inventory continue to fall in Illinois, and the market pretty much follows that trend locally as well, but it's just not as dramatically. Statewide, while prices actually rose 0.8%, sales still fell about 30% from April of last year to April of this year. That's according to Illinois realtors. Realtor Jan Smith says in Adams County, sales are down 9% and the median price is down about 0.3%. She calls that a flat yet stable market. And Smith blames interest rates above 6% and a super low inventory. However, there is hope.
This is typically a busier time with school getting out and people changing career jobs in the middle of the summer type, moving families. We're also seeing a big need for multi-generational family homes as some people are coming back with their children after COVID.
Smith says right now there are only 65 houses for sale in Adams County and 52 on the market in Quincy. Usually there are hundreds.